What's going on, world? My name is Serial Sensei. Welcome to another episode of Put You On Game, a series where I'll cover games that I believe deserve more recognition and more shine. And for today's video, I'll be talking about Azure Striker Gunvolt 3. Now, while this video is only going to be talking about this particular Gunvolt game, I'm just going to go ahead and say you should go play the entire Gunvolt series, including Azure Striker Gunvolt 1, 2, Gunvolt Chronicles, Luminous Adventures X 1 and 2, because all of those games are dope, and this series in general deserves some more shine. So go check it out. And also, as a disclaimer, for Gunvolt 3, I've only played this for about 2 hours and some change, so while I haven't finished it, I played enough of it to feel pretty comfortable recommending it. And I've also played all of the other, most of the other Gunvolt games, so I kind of sort of know what I'm talking about a little bit. You know, you can listen to me. I think I'm like halfway reputable. But as far as Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, it is published and developed by Inti Creates, who are also responsible for games like Mega Man Zero and Mega Man ZX and ZX Advent. So if you're familiar with those series, Gunvolt kind of fills that void, you know, helps carry that torch, because who knows when we're going to get another Mega Man game. So if you're familiar with the Mega Man Zero series, you'll feel pretty at home here. Now, as far as Gunvolt 3, it is an action platformer where you play as Kirin, the battle priestess of the Shadow Yakumo, and she reps that set very heavy. She will repeatedly let you know where she is from and who she reps in this game. But she is investigating the Sumeragi group after the appearance of what are called primal dragons, and these beings start popping up, and it's basically Kirin's job to kind of seal them and keep them from going out of control. And for the most part, the story's it's serviceable, it's cool, it's not anything too crazy. As far as a game like this, I don't think you can really expect much more. And if you really want to know more about the story, believe me, they do a lot of talking in this game, whole lot of yappity yap going on, so you'll be able to figure out what's going on. They'll be sure to talk your head off about it. Now, for those who are familiar with the Gunvolt series, you might be asking, well, who is Kirin? Why am I not playing with Gunvolt? Where is Gunvolt? Where is the homie Gunvolt? And this is kind of where Gunvolt 3 differs from the gameplay as compared to the other Gunvolt games. Gunvolt is a part of the story, but he's kind of more of a secondary character, but we'll get to that in a few. As far as Kirin, she's actually pretty dope. Like the other Gunvolt games, Gunvolt 3 is really fast-paced, action-packed. Things are moving a mile a minute. Her main weapon is a sword that she can use for the close range attacks, and her Septima power is called Radiant Fetters, and those are talismans that she can throw if you kind of want to operate from more of a distance. And the talismans can damage your enemies as well as tag them, and when you tag them, you can use her arc chain attack, which is going to have you dashing and cutting folks all over the screen. If you're good enough at it, you can tag a bunch of people at the same time, and you can probably clear an entire area and just not touch the floor if you're good enough at it. And her abilities get even deeper the more you defeat bosses. You gain additional moves with your sword, and you'll be collecting these image chips which give you what is known as an image pulse. And those you can equip, and they kind of give you special perks that kind of just further enhance the gameplay. And there are other abilities and things, but I don't want to go too deep into it because I kind of want you to experience it for yourself. You know, some things, you know, you'll figure it out. Just know that in the menus of the game, I think the menus are actually very well done. They explain a lot. So for the most part, I was able to pretty easily figure out how the upgrades worked, how the unlockable things work. And if you ever feel like you're forgetting how to do a new move that you unlocked, or just a move in general, the how to play manual on the menu screen actually helps out a good bunch. It gives explanations for each move, and it'll explain to you how the kudos system in this game works, because that is actually slightly different than what they've done in the previous entries of this series. But once again, you'll figure that out when you play it. Now, as far as Gunvolt, like I said, you can play as Gunvolt. You can switch to Gunvolt when Kirin's fetter gauge, which is under her health gauge, reaches 100%, but you can only use Gunvolt for a limited time. But while you got Gunvolt, the man is a cheat code. He's a beast. He's a monster, a weapon of mass destruction. Unlike Kirin, he kind of he can run, but he can also float if you just want to jump around. He has this electrical magnetic field that kind of keeps him floating pretty much infinitely while he's in action, and his attacks are crazy strong. His special move, bruh, his special move is is fire, and I ain't even gonna show it on the screen. I'm gonna try not to even show too much of him on the screen because I want you to just experience the Gunvolt gameplay for yourself. Because homie, he is a problem. But there are parts of the stages that are easier to complete with Gunvolt rather than Kieran. So just kind of keep your eye on the feather gauge and tag in Gunvolt when you kind of feel like it's appropriate. Or if you just want to cause some mayhem, go ahead, tag him in. He gonna handle that for you. He is with all the smoke. He is with all the smoke. Overall, man, I'm really liking this game. I'm liking it just as much as I expected it to. Gunvolt as a series and even as this game doesn't reinvent the wheel in terms of an action platformer, and it's very similar to the Mega Man series as far as the game layout in terms of you do a stage, you beat a boss, you get a new move, you do another stage, you beat another boss, you get another move, etc, etc. But with the formula it has, it still does it well. The art style is also dope. The soundtrack's pretty solid. I like the animation cutscenes they do after you complete a stage and they show you the image posters that you've collected. I thought that was a nice touch they added to the game. Like I said, the gameplay, fast paced, boss fights are pretty on point. I will say I do kind of prefer the play style of the previous Gunvolts because they're more shooting based. But this switch up with the the sword play and the talismans, it's still not bad. It's still well done, and Gunvolt is at least still there. So if I want to go back to shoot and do the massively OP things that Gunvolt can do in this game, he's only one switch away. I just can only use him for a limited time. The only complaint I have about this Gunvolt game, which I have about all of them, is I hate the little animated graphics that takes up all the space when they're doing the dialogue while you're literally in the middle of the stage fighting for your life. Dialogue a bit in Gunvolt in general can be a bit much for me, but it is what it is. It doesn't really ruin the experience of the game. So if you haven't played a Gunvolt game, now is as good a time as ever to get into the series. And if you have played the previous Gunvolt entries, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this one as well. If you want to check out Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, it is $29.99 on the Switch eShop, and it takes up 2.9 gigabytes of space. And that is all I have for today's video. So if you have played Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all of the cool things that help the algorithm. So until next time, my name is Serial Sensei. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
The temple's all the way up there? What a strange location for one.
Higher altitudes are considered safer these days. Probably not safe from primal dragons, though.
Even traditional buildings are constructed with modern defense systems, huh?
Sometimes you even hear about famous historical buildings being forced to relocate.